is to keep our inside of our robot room a little bit warmer. So that way we don't have any issues with the robots freezing or anything. And we're putting up this on the side of the doors to kind of keep the heat in here. So we'll put one here, one there, and one over there. So we're just working on getting the first one in right now. So this is like some hard roofing plastic, I guess. I don't even really know what to call it, but what we're doing is just drilling a couple holes in it, and we're just using zip ties to hold it down here. So we got these 4 here, and then we got one more we're gonna do there. Then probably won't be able to get one over there. So this is kind of what it's gonna look like with it closed, and believe it or not, this actually works really well. On the other side, we did it already, and it helps keep it a lot warmer in there. So the next thing we're gonna work on is we're gonna do something to get from here to like here. So we're gonna work on getting like some rubber. We got some thicker rubber, like that's about like that thick. So we'll work on getting that in here next for this side and the other side. Just working on putting the bottom pieces in here. So what we ended up doing is just cutting some rubber out of some old cow mats that we had from our old parlor. So we got this piece right here is on first. So we're holding on by these hose clamps, but we don't have enough really big ones. So we're gonna just get some wire for now. So we're gonna do one right here and then like one right here too. So we have 4 robot boxes, but we're only gonna do this for 2 of them. So we're just doing the ones that are closest to the curtains. So we got this one, and then like on the other side we got the other one that's closest to the curtains, because what we're kind of trying to stop is the breeze coming in here, because even though it's cold outside, we can't close the curtain all the way, otherwise there's not good airflow through here. So then the air quality is really bad for the cows, so that's just, you don't really want to do that. So we're just working on trying to help do this, that way we can just keep the wind from blowing straight into the boxes here. So I put the bottom on the other side, the other robot box here. So should be done with this now for a day. So hopefully this works, helping keeping everything inside this room warm, because we got inflow on this on the concrete here, so that does help a lot. But just if you can knock down some of that wood, that really helps a lot too. So hopefully the cows don't sit in here and chew on it a whole lot, right? Right, cow? We need to work on haul out some manure tomorrow here. So we got the spreader's been outside here the last couple days, and it's been below 0 with the wind chill and everything the last couple days. So I gotta park this inside the shop here, because we got a heated shop and stuff. So we gotta get this thing inside, so that way it's all unthawed and everything's gonna be good to go tomorrow. So we gotta see how this thing's gonna start here. So I guess this will be what you'd call a cold start. She roars to life. We better let this thing warm up a little bit here, but not too bad, not too bad after sitting outside for a couple cold days. Down here, so this is our old milk house where the bulb tank used to be when we still marked the parlor. The trash was just warming up over here, so later since we're right here, I'll kind of talk about some of the things we gotta do when it's really cold out. So our well is right in this area, this milk house here. So we're what we gotta do when it gets really cold like this, because it was like I said, like the one day it was like didn't really get above like -10 with the wind chill and stuff. So when it gets that cold, we gotta have this torpedo here in this room here to make sure this room stays nice and warm. Otherwise the well will freeze, and then we're gonna be really screwed, because then we can't really do anything around the farm. Like the robots can't go, and we're just like I said, we're kind of screwed. So yeah, this in here, and then like up in our robot barn, we actually have 2 of these in both the robot rooms, so that way the robots don't freeze up, because we got inflow in those barns, in those rooms, and yet sometimes like if the cows aren't running through them a lot and the robots aren't running, they'll freeze up. We actually had that happen a couple nights ago when we didn't have these in there yet. So yeah, that's just kind of something we have to struggle with here a little bit. Honestly, we have enough heaters in most of the barns where the waters themselves don't actually freeze up too bad. So this is kind of just one thing we do to prevent all the fun of cold in winter. Got this parked in here, and while we're in the shop here, I guess I'll talk about this here. So this is our tractor that is normally our mixer tractor, but since we got the new mixer, we just kind of never put it back on the mixer, because we had to, we're gonna split, right now it's in the process of being torn apart. As you can see, the hood's off, stacks and stuff, batteries are in here. So what we're doing is we're gonna split it, because it needs a new rear main to put in. So the reason we kind of have to put that in there is because our hydraulic oil would turn black after a little while, so obviously that's not great. That means our hydraulic oil and motor oil is getting mixed. So we're gonna split it, put that rear main in here, And this should be good to go. This probably won't go back on the mixer till next spring because we just want the 4440 just got a little bit bigger of a tractor and it's got a little bit more tread on it and a little bit more weight to it. So I figured since we got a little bit mixer, we'll let that way I'm not struggling so much. I have a little bit more weight and stuff behind me with the other tractor during the winter here. So that's just kind of one project we're working on here. So yeah. Since we're just getting our first snowfall, big snowfall here of snow in Wisconsin here, my dad and I are working on a little bit of a project here. So we got these chains laid out. They're brand new because normally that tractor's on the mixer and we have tire chains for that. But since that tractor's not on the mixer and we got our 4440 on there, those tires are a little bit bigger. So we have to get some new chains for that. We put chains on in the winter when it's all slippery and stuff just to try to help me get some more traction. So we're gonna work on pulling the tractor in here and getting these new shiny chains hooked up while they're shiny here, and then we'll probably all be rusty by the end of the winter here. So we're just gonna work on pulling that in here and get these hooked up. We got the chains on here and some strategically placed bungee straps here. We've just learned in the past that it kind of helps to have those on here. So we got those on this side and same on the inside here. Just kind of helps keep everything on square, and if you don't have the chains all the way tight, this kind of keeps it from sliding off one direction. So we'll work on getting started mix of feed here pretty quick, and we'll see how fun it is to ride with these. Well, it's later in the same day here, so I'm just working on getting the last couple things pulled apart for our mixer tractor here before we work on splitting it. So took the battery box off and the steps off on this side and the same on that side. So I got this power steering line right here off, and I just gotta work on getting this one off here, and then that should be the last major thing that we need to take apart up here, and then we'll get the splitting stands underneath the tractor and we'll work on breaking those bolts free to hold the tractor together. It's been a video about all the cold and the snow and everything that we're just starting to deal with here in Wisconsin. I figured I'd just kind of show you how we have our shop stacked up since it's cold outside. We want to keep stuff inside where it's warm and stuff. So the thing we got here is our blade tractor. So we put the blade back on it, and this is kind of how we push snow around the farm here, and then we plow some of our neighbors' driveways too. So then we got our old mixer tractor here that's still in here. We still haven't gotten it split, but probably gonna work on that, getting it for sure split tomorrow and start tearing apart the insides of the tractor. Then we got our Bobcat, like Gator, I guess you'd say. This is kind of what we use to drive around the farm, like going from the house or from place to place, just kind of make it easy so you don't have to walk everywhere. So we got that parked inside, so that way it starts nicely. And then we got the mixer tractor here. So normally this gets parked outside, not outside, but it's like in a shed that doesn't have heat. So we're just parking inside since it's supposed to be pretty cold tonight. And then we also got the bucket tractor that gets parked inside normally right here, but since this is here, that's back there. So yeah, that's kind of just what we got going on. Pretty full shop here, but yeah, that's just kind of what we got to deal with when it's cold out.